Welcome back, everybody. I'm drunk, and this is
Oh,
Ryan
good.
Graham. Hey,
Hey,
last call.
hey. Sorry, I fucked up your
I
whole
don't
flow
know. I don't know. Should we actually make last call like literally one beer? Like we all crack open a beer at the beginning of last call, and we end it when we all finish our beer, or when the first person finishes their beer.
I don't know, maybe.
It seems like a very strict rule to put on ourselves.
It depends. And then Tim has been, not drinking the beers. He's been sticking to the clear liquors, I think.
Well, you were the on the gin train for a while too.
I was for a little, and I'll partake in a wine every now and again. But I've been pretty
Classy,
steady with the Peeber.
classy as fuck.
Peeber in a Max glass is really my
There you
thing.
go.
But
Man, so we had an hour plus. So
we
what
didn't
was
know
it
what we
like?
were gonna talk about, and then we were like, "Let's put Ben on an hour
It was like
later."
3 or 4 hours before we started the show, and I texted you and Tim, and Tim's like, "I told you, asshats, I'm going to be in fucking the Bahamas. I I'm in the Bahamas, so I'm not doing your silly little Georgia State show." And I was like, "Well, we'll get Ben Moore to come on." And that means Ryan don't have to do the show either.
It was good. In between, I asked him if I was, being too aggressive at him or anything like that, and
I don't
he
think
was
you were.
good. I picked up from you and him that maybe I was, and so I sort of was trying to peel it back a little bit, but I don't think I was, and he let me know. So
No, actually,
I just
when you said that, I was like, Where the hell is this coming from?" I didn't think you were being aggressive or
that's
hard
good.
towards me. Yeah,
That's
I
good.
don't.
I just,
I
well, it was like in terms of like, what we expect out of coaches and things like that, where I was like, "Well, that doesn't really
Oh,
matter," right? I was like, flat out, like, "I know you made that point, but, like, who cares? Who cares what worked 4 years ago? We're in 2025 and shit ain't working."
yeah, no, and that was kind of the whole reason about having him on was like, what the hell is going on with specifically college basketball, but like college sports in general. And we got 12,000 words for a 3-word question. So
And bounced around topics, which was good. I was like, I think we asked
I
a question
sometimes
about, the contract. What are we're talking about football now. What's
I
happening?"
sometimes forgot what the question I asked when by the time he finished talking, I was like, whoa, what did I ask about? What was
That's
that?
why when I wanted to ask that question about the contract stuff being out there, that's why I sort of pushed you to the side because I was like, "Man, if I don't get this now, it's gonna pass. There's no question there, and I think it's really important to know if there's any additional contract
Yeah, so
information out there."
I didn't realize that he had signed a 5-year contract. That seems long for a first time head coach, right? 5-year
Uh,
contract?
I honestly couldn't tell you, but I did, I think we had been operating under the assumption that this was his final year, but this is his
Right.
second to final year in the contract, so there's still another it's not like he's working out his last contract year right now.
Correct. Correct.
Um, but it is still a little weird that we're not talking about extensions and stuff like that. I still think you lay the guy off, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, it's gonna be weird.
I think he'll land just fine. He's gonna make money. I mean, we
Oh, for
paid
sure.
enough money for
Oh,
him to
we're
live
hell,
for a while.
we
So
we get rid of him. He's gonna walk away from the game for with $500,000 to figure out what he wants to do.
even if he doesn't work at all ever again, or I mean, not ever again, but like for
That's not enough money. I
even if
mean,
he doesn't
I mean,
work at
if you're
all for
frugal,
another year or two, he will be fine off of the buyout, not buyout. Yeah, the buyout.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry, usually I got confused there because usually a buyout is handled by the person hiring, right? So like if he went out and got hired by, let's just say Rice, um, they would buy him out, right? They
Yeah,
would pay
they
for the
pay that.
difference.
Man, I wish I could suck at my job and get paid $500,000 to leave.
Yeah, who knows what Lanier would have done here, but I
I think
don't think he
Lanier
earned the
played this
promotion.
program well. I think Lanier played Cobb and Georgia State very, very
Yeah,
well.
yeah, he did a good
He
job.
came because he got here before the NIL shit happened.
Mhm.
He was able to keep Ron Hunter players, bring in a couple of new guys. 3 years with Lanier. That Gonzaga game totally got him the job at Rice or wherever the hell it was,
I think it was Rice,
and
right? Yeah.
his payday. And then speaking of teams playing Gonzaga, did Georgia State play a 1 seed Gonzaga better than UGA played a 8 seed Gonzaga in the
I don't
tournament?
know. I don't know. I didn't watch. I'm box scoring it. I'm just looking at my. I had AI help me with my picks this year.
I did no brackets. I did 0 brackets.
Oh, my work's doing a free one. They're gonna give like a $50 gift card. So
Yeah, my brother-in-law, like, asked me to join one, and which every year, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm in, whatever." And then the time came, and he's like, "Are you okay? What you never submitted shit." I was like, "Oh, keep the money, I don't care." And he's like, "You didn't give me any money." I'm, "Well, at least I didn't give you money."
I ended up arguing with ChatGPT for hours because you know the official stance is that they cut off at like 2021, so they don't actually have up to date information,
You can
but they
feed it
do.
information.
But that's the thing, they do. But when I was saying, okay, who are your I think I was looking at the Midwest region is where I first started having problems, and it would list out the teams in the Midwest bracket, and they weren't. It wasn't right. It was
Did you
completely
see
inaccurate, and I'm like, Where are you getting this from?" They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, the dates are wrong," and then it would just spit out the same one again. And I'm like, "Stop apologizing and fucking get it right."
and do your
And
job.
and it
No,
would and,
there
and then
was
it wouldn't get it right, and it would apologize again, and I'm like, "Stop apologizing!" Like, really?
somebody asked one of the AIs, ChatGPT or whatever, and it said, "Give me the Super Bowl winners for the next 50 years," and it included teams that were not in the NFL. There was like 12
Maybe it
te
knows something we don't know.
well, there was a couple teams that were like UFL teams that,
Oh,
like, I guess maybe got promoted or something, I
maybe
don't know.
there's gonna be a relegation in the future, and it
Yeah,
knows.
this is some acquisitions or some merging of leagues or something like that, but,
Yeah.
the Falcons did not have a single Super Bowl win in the next 50 years,
You think?
and
What'd you think?
The Carolina Panthers had 4.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I got pretty frustrated with it, and then, like, by that point, I had already gotten through, like, 2 of the regions too, and so it just called into question all of those picks. I was like, "You son of a bitch, I have no idea what you based that off of because you're obviously
So
clueless."
apparently ESPN has a which like you can pick like highest seed wins or like best win percentage wins or like there's like different like templates you can go ahead to set your brackets.
Mhm.
They actually ESPN apparently has a which mascot would win in a fight.
That's a good one.
Oh shit. Sorry, we got Danny wants to get on last call. Where did I
Oh,
go with this? There we go. Yeah,
Daniel or
yeah. So
Dan Danny?
it's actually a built-in thing to do. You just pick the because that's like the thing that's the joke
Yeah,
about
it's chance,
a lot of them
really,
like
is
which team has the hottest players or which
what colors do you like the
colors are
best?
the best looking colors or
Yeah.
crap like that and everything and yeah they did they just put in there which mascot wins which I thought was funny.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
that's good. I picked a couple of, key stats, that I thought mattered and, went with that, and I'm not doing too poorly. I don't even think I'm out of anything. I don't think I've been blocked yet, but I haven't looked at it, in a little while, so,
Well, there hasn't been a game in a little while, so
you know, we'll see. Oh, yeah?
well that's since like what yesterday, right?
I don't know.
Yesterday's
I told you I'm
or
not watching the games. I'm just watching the box scores.
Saturday, so yeah.
All
Alright.
all I'm trying to do is get my $50 gift card, David.
That is what's important thing is to get that
Mhm,
gift
mhm.
card.
Yeah, I'm a good corporate soldier, you know?
Corporate sucks.
Yeah. Well, while you're working on it, I bought a new car yesterday. I'm an
Good,
electric
your car sucked
vehicle
ass.
I'm an electric vehicle owner.
You get Tesla?
No, I didn't get a Tesla.
Oh,
I was
good. Well,
looking at them because the prices
no
are
one will
going.
burn your car down now. That's fantastic. You don't have to worry
Well,
about that at all.
yeah, the prices are plummeting. I sorta was like, I actually like Teslas okay, but, I don't want anything to do with any of that. Like, I don't need anybody messing with my car. Also, it pisses me off, so I sorta was like, maybe I'll buy a Tesla just to piss those people off because fuck 'em. Because that's bullshit
But
to.
now if you buy a Tesla, especially being a libertarian, if you buy a Tesla, that immediately means you're a Trump fan. If you buy one now.
Well, not a libertarian because a libertarian is doing it
No,
because
I'm saying
like,
even
the best car
that's
in the market.
the Yeah. So
No, but I went back to Kia. I got a Kia EV6, and I like it. Eh, I looked at Teslas and was like, I'm just they're not as impressive to me.
yeah.
I don't think they're gonna be as nice
I'll
for
tell
me.
you what, I've acquired a car over the past couple of weeks,
Oh,
a
yeah?
a Ford Edge, and it fucking sucks. I mean, the car is fine. It drives and it does the car stuff. It's
Yeah.
fine. But like I don't know how old it is. I don't know what year it is. It's my mom's car. I just took it over when she went to the
I knew, I
hospital.
figured. You drove her
And
Explorer for a while too. She's a Ford family?
I well her deceased husband was a Ford guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so whatever this car is, it's before like the Apple CarPlay or Google like car stuff. Like they had
Yep.
like that built-in integration, so you can still plug. It has a USB port. You still plug your phone in, and it plays the music or it does shit. But it doesn't do all the fancy features. But fuck if it doesn't like just stop. It just stops. Like it's like
You're
I'm
like,
not.
"Orbit."
It's like you're driving and it's like, yep, I'm not doing that phone thing anymore. And your phone just starts playing music from the phone itself because it has no idea that it's connected to anything
Yep,
anymore.
yep, that sucks.
And yeah, so it fucking sucks. I've I know there's a huge debate about like the Ford and the Chevy guys are like which one's the best or whatever, and Dodge is out there just like counting their money or something.
I
But
mean, it
like
turns out American cars just aren't that great.
yeah, well, you hated Tesla, American car, and
Well,
but yeah,
I told you that was like a close competitor. I almost got one. What do you mean?
it just I don't know. I'm very annoyed as someone who's worked in IT my entire life. It just annoys me that they actually released a product that it's this bad.
Yeah.
It's just like it just literally. Normally, when it's stopped on me, I'm like an hour and a half, 2 hours into a drive, and then it just dies. And but no, like today, like I made it to the stop sign at my street, and it's like, I don't know, your phone's connected anymore.
This better
And I
not have been a feature you listed on the fucking decal.
And
Like,
I turned the car off, and I was like, "Oh, I'll turn the car off, and then it'll forget all of a
you
sudden,
try to
I'll
turn it
start
off
over
and turn it
again."
back on
I
again? Yeah.
literally drove 10 feet, Ryan. I felt like this is the appropriate time to turn it off and start back. It still had no idea. I was like, "You know what? I'll just watch TikTok videos for the next hour and a half drive to Woodstock. It's awesome."
I trashed American cars, but I did, a close runner up as well. So there was, the EV6 that I ended up getting. Tesla was in the running. And then the Nissan Ariya was also in the running, but the weird one was the Ford Mustang Mach-E, which
Oh,
is a really nice EV. It's a really good, it actually is like it's an SUV.
Ryan, you are engaged to a very fertile woman. You need to be looking at big, large vehicles that have room for a lot of car seats and everything.
So the one I got is technically an SUV, so they say, but it's really just kind of a big hatchback. It
Yeah.
sits real low. It's like a real low sitting SUV. So it's really it's just a big hatch.
A crossover. They call this
Yeah, but
crossover.
it's even to me, it's even less than a crossover in terms of that. It's a big hatchback.
Could you imagine when people started classifying cars? Like it's like, all right, we have car, we have truck, and we've got van. Good. And then it's like, oh, we got diesel car. We can add diesel in there. And then it's like, oh, now we've got like SUV. That's a new thing. All right, we got
Still truck
SUV.
chassis though. That's the
Now we got
SUV is a
crossover,
truck chassis.
and now we've got hybrid cars and battery cars and just like the number of shit that's out there. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
I felt like there was a joke there, and I just failed
I
at
know,
it
and then I'm
completely.
trying like, I'm in my brain, I'm like, "Oh, I can tell you all the details about what you just said to make it clear to people," and then I'm like, "Nobody's gonna care about that. That's bullshit. I'm not gonna do it."
No, not so much.
We're already
Not so
talking about
much.
cars. You say Danny's joining?
Well, not joining, but he asked how to view.
Oh.
So
Oh, okay. I thought you said he was joining. That's okay.
he
Whatever.
can join, Dan, if you want to join.
Yeah, man, whatever.
Let me know. I'll find out in 60 seconds with the delay comes up. Yeah, I literally had no idea what we were gonna talk about tonight. That's why when like I messaged you and Tim about doing the shit, and I was like please give me fuck and turnover was what I was gonna talk about, but I'm like I wish there was like a website that like listed everybody that had left the program
Well,
So
honestly, he started listening to the football players, right? The quarterbacks.
yeah.
He was like, "Oh, it's a quarterback competition between, X, Y, Z, and A." I ran out of letters. Um, and, I went to the
Well,
roster on our website. There's only 2 quarterbacks on our roster according to GeorgiaStateSports.com. I don't know what that means. D Probably means GeorgiaStateSports.com sucks, but
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they only have like the one. See, Danny's here. They only have like the one Sid that works for like all 15 sports, and you can only put in 40 hours a day.
yeah, but, like, the
Work.
roster seems pretty easy, like, if you know what the roster is, you
I've
just
actually even when Mike and shit, what can I think of her name? She left last year.
Allison.
They're at Allison. Yes, I knew it was an A name, but I was coming with Ashley.
I'm so bad with names, I cannot believe I remembered that.
Even when they were there, I noticed that the rosters never got updated until like that week before the season started. But
Yeah,
for football, at least, I didn't pay as close of an attention to basketball.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
It did say 2020 to 2025 though, and there were only 2, so that means they did remove people who transferred out, but, like, I assume there were some people who are not listed who
yeah.
transferred in, probably, I don't know. I have no idea who's missing.
Well, we lost 50 something in football and
Crazy.
9 in basketball. Like
55.
some of
There's
some of the
85 there's
basketball we lost.
85 scholarships in football, so 55 of 85 is what we lost.
That's not
That
uncalled for.
I know, it's just cra it's just
Sorry,
crazy.
unheard of. That's not unheard of. That's
Yeah,
just the way it
yeah, I
is
think it is
nowadays.
the norm, but that it's the norm is crazy.
It's hard to build that camaraderie and like that sense of team when every single season you're lining up against next to a different person
Yeah, you're
every
not producing a
singles.
lot of gel.
Nigel Rust is
Just caking on. Yeah,
caking on the rust.
because 'cause they're
Sounds
so
like
new, they're getting
cake
rusty.
caking caking that sounds like a song from like a college like punk band, "Kanking on the Rust."
Caking. Ugh. Alright, yeah, it's starting to sound gross now.
Or maybe I actually get a '70s hard rock band, "Caking on the Rust." I don't know.
It sounds like a slow, kinda folky classic rock song.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a '70s rock vibe out of
Mhm.
"Caking on the Rust." I think
Yeah.
like a Fleetwood Mac type thing.
I say classic rock, that's fully what I mean, even though I guess
Oh,
90s
dude. Oh,
music is
I saw
now
this fucking, Facebook post, the other day, and it was, on one of the '90s Gen X, like, groups that I follow, and it it was this college professor, and he said, I'm quitting at life." This was an email I got from one of my students in college. It's like, "Dear professor, I'm trying to do this, research and I want to know how old of publications I can use as being research. This article is written in the '90s. Is that too old?"
No. I don't know if it is or not, but no.
Fuck off, kid.
Yeah. I just I it's like I don't listen to the radio a lot, but every now and again, I flip on, like, The River.
So Danny just commented, "Where are we going with this?" Danny, this actually your comment now capitalizes on my favorite comment we've ever gotten on YouTube, which was a last call episode, and someone who I've got no idea who they were just said, "What the hell is this?" It's Well, it was 3 Georgia State fans talking about random fucking nonsense.
Yeah, there's not a strategy here. We hope there's some good content mixed in as we
Our
just
last
sorta
call
go.
last week, Danny, quit this, go back and listen to last call last week because we actually had some good shit last week.
Did we?
We talked about the merging, like the connector becoming like an academic highway of like advertising Georgia State and Georgia Tech. You forgot all of that.
I think my gummy kicked in by last call,
Your
so
gummy kicked in pretty early.
yeah, and I did not take one today.
My idea was because I was talking about when I was in Louisville and driving through there, like how they have like the Louisville Cardinal like logo everywhere in their stadiums, like right off the highway, just like our stadiums off the highway, and that kind of shit. Like, and it's just like it's very obvious that you're in the midst of Louisville campus. How cool would it be if between downtown and midtown, we just like advertise Georgia State and Georgia Tech completely? Like just
Oh, yeah.
when you're driving through, you cannot not know that you're driving through Georgia State and Georgia Tech's campus, and kind of a like celebrate that as that. I was saying bad names, and you acknowledge it was bad names, like Academic Highway or some bullshit like that. And you're like, you're bad with naming stuff. We'll come up with something, but it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, that sounds right. I mean, I agree with this summary. It sounds like a
But
good
I
conversation
think it'd be
overall.
kind of cool, you know,
Well,
between like
what's cool is Georgia State, we have, even though we're not as big, I don't think, even as Georgia Tech. I mean, we campus-wise, we're very widespread, and so you could make it really
it's not about the length, it's about the girth, right,
That's
Ryan?
right, you could make it feel like you were in Georgia State for a really long time, even though you're sort of, like, in and out and in and out, and, we're the metaphor just
Up and
continues.
down.
The metaphor just goes on and on and on. But but you could make the campus just seem really big, bigger than it
Exactly.
actually is.
Yeah, just put on these glasses. It looks fucking huge.
That's right. Just have this drink.
Oh, yeah, have this drink. Yeah, let me walk you back to your car.
No,
Everything's
I wasn't
okay.
getting that kinda weird. I was just saying that's not the kinda weird I was getting. Oh boy,
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Publicly live stream for the world. Well, actually, not really the world to see.
I
Just
probably will run for office again.
oh yeah, what are you gonna run for?
Oh, I mean, not any plans right now. I have no idea.
But if there was an office to make it look big, if you were if you were
State
to,
house is where I would probably run if I just picked one today.
what would it be? Yeah, what would you say?
State house. So
State.
the legislature, Georgia legislature.
Awesome. Let's do it together. Can we run like
I would just piss everybody off because 'cause I'd just be a no vote on basically everything. Not for the sake of being a no vote, just because all their ideas suck.
should we run together? Can we run as like a our own party?
We can, yeah, sure. We have to collect a lot
Say,
of signatures,
oh,
but I guess
can we
Libertarian
create
we
State
gotta
of
do it.
Atlanta as a party? Like, and like our platform is to use the government's authority to promote Georgia State in
Come on.
ways that we oppose for every other issue.
I really want to run a campaign of I will only put forth bills that cross out Georgia code. That's it.
I had the idea forever ago. If I were to ever run for a local office, would be I would compile a list of every law that's dumb, which is like nearly all of them. But like
Yeah, yeah.
all the really dumb ones, like the old antiquated shit, like you
Well, there's
can't
like tie your giraffe to a lamppost on Sundays and then spit gum next to
exactly.
it.
Like
Like, what
you
is
can't
that?
install a toilet in a principal's parking spot. Like my entire platform would be just to abolish all of those dumbass
Yeah.
laws or
Yeah.
whatever.
What
That
is
that
this?
that
Why are we doing this? Cross that shit out. Like, fix it.
that was gonna be my platform. And,
Okay.
like, if I had to debate somebody, I wouldn't even answer the questions. I'd be like, "Why why is there a law about, giraffes and shit? Like, there's no giraffes here. I
Well,
don't
I'd
give a
be like,
shit."
yeah, yeah. What could I cross out? Like honestly, I would just ask a question right back, which would be like, what could I cross out of Georgia code to like make that happen? Because
Alright,
that's what I'm gonna do.
alright. Danny has definitely been dipping into his, whiskey cabinet tonight because he's
No.
in. We're all running for office. We're gonna have a State of Atlanta party.
All right. Sorry, Libertarian Party. I'm out.
Exactly. We gotta get our flag. We gotta get our logo. We gotta get our State of Atlanta logo. There we go. The stolen logo from whatever that beer company is.
Well, I tell you what, we'd get
Tens of votes.
no, there's a um I don't know the demographic off the top of my head, and I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it. We'd get the black vote.
Oh, for the black vote for what?
We'd
For
get the
getting
black
rid of
vote with this logo. With this logo, we get the black
Oh,
vote.
gotcha. And you know what? We're gonna and I keep on harping on Magic City. That needs to be our campaign headquarters where we do our announcement after our acceptance speeches. We're all gonna go to Magic City to accept
So we
our
are
new
really just gonna embrace the black vote in a way that Democrats never have. I mean, just
exactly.
you know what? We're
Yeah,
gonna be like, look,
three
look, Democratic Party of Georgia, you guys fucked up with this demographic. We're gonna take it.
the 3 white males getting the black vote.
No, so the key there is we never show our faces.
It's probably a win right there.
Oh
I actually
boy.
like this. I am drunk enough right now to really like this idea and submit my paperwork for state legislature. Then
Fun.
someone's gonna ask me to do something, and I'd be like, "No." I
Yeah.
do agree, and not to get political, but it's kinda political. I'm
We're talking about
okay
starting a political party, so
I'm okay with getting more and more, like, government control at the lowest possible level, but at the higher level, having less and less government control.
Yeah.
That's probably too political.
Yeah, I wouldn't vote for you.
I voted for you, asshole.
Well, I'm I have good ideas.
No, you don't. Well, yeah.
I do have good idea. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm pretty stupid. With my
I
Kennesaw
didn't say that. I
wi
didn't say that. You're pretty
with my
smart. I think that maybe you're a little evil.
Kennesaw State education.
You know, there's smart and there's evil, right? And I maybe attribute evil to you a little
I
bit
w
more than
Yeah,
others.
I
I
could
think you're a
not be
pretty smart
trusted with
guy, so it must be evil.
I could not be entrusted with authority at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think you do things for the lulz sometimes, you know, and I'm like, "Eh,
Oh my
eh."
god, I cannot tell you how many times I've made arguments worse with my wife by saying, "I'm joking." She's like, "I know you're joking. Stop fucking joking about every goddamn thing. Like, take something seriously." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Eh."
Yeah, but this conversation sucks, and I'm trying to make it not suck as much.
Exactly. I wanna Do you want me to be a part of this conversation or not? Because
I
I'm
need
out of it.
entertaining, and I am doing that for myself. I'm not even asking you to do it.
I'd rather watch C-SPAN than this shit, you know?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get divorced after this, probably.
Ah,
Yeah.
just listen to this, don't worry, dude. Yeah, we probably run this last call into the ground.
I
30
think we've
minutes,
ran
though.
this into the ground, we've run this into the ground harder than Dale Earnhardt into a wall, so
Wow. Hashtag too soon.
was it, like, 20 years ago?
I think I was a child, yeah.
If I was 27.
20 years ago, I wasn't a fucking child. God damn it. Ugh, getting old sucks.
I know, well, there's an ongoing joke everywhere that when people say, like, 10 years ago, and that was the '90s, like, no, 10 years ago, like, uh, Lizzo was only 100 pounds, so
You said my car sucked, right? And, like, honestly, I felt
your
bad.
car was fine, it was
No, it
just
did no, it did suck. I felt bad going in and just being like, "Man, I don't wanna spend this much money on this thing that, you know, it sorta works and it's okay."
right.
But I'm like, "Man, it's been, like, 12 years, 13 years I've been driving the same car. I'm okay. Nobody's gonna judge me for
Yeah.
buying a used car. Holy shit, like, that it's time."
No, yeah, yeah, it's good time, yeah, and you're flush with, some liquid cash from,
Yeah,
selling that
stupid
Summer
things
Hill
like
investment property you
crazy.
bought, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Feeling good
Alright,
about that.
yeah.
Cool, I think we're good, right?
Yep, but we're not done yet.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere, Ryan.
Okay.
But everybody else, fuck off. Get out of here.
Get the fuck out.
Talk to you next week,
Make make
asswipes.
make make like a tree and get the fuck out of here or whatever he said.